an update on my kitchen. January of last year, and it started with the backsplash, and that catapulted to me also painting my cabinets that taupe, perfect taupe color, and then also changing out the kitchen hardware. It's early Saturday morning. I'm about ready to get dressed for my session. My um, outfit that I do a lot of my painting in. When I want to run to Home Depot, this is one of the outfits I will always put on. I'll put in some videos of where I started from, and I want to show you some updates of what I have added since I've been posting like little videos. Electrician changed out my oven for me, as well as the cooktop. I still have the same countertop. I haven't changed out my sink yet. He also changed out my hood here. He changed out the cooktop here. And like I said, my oven. And he also changed all of the outlets here. Light switches are black. The color has been holding up really well. It wipes down really easy. There's no scratching on the surface. Area of the kitchen here is pretty small. We're always having pots and pans and dishes from our sink get stacked up here. We'll talk about dishwasher in a minute. It's a small area. Made sure that it was very functional. I added my paper towel rack underneath the cabinet and trying to take use of vertical space as much as we're using the horizontal space. I added in a little bar here so I can hang up my measuring. I purchased this really big, and I can hold all of my wood and plastic and spoons and spatulas and whisks in this big container. My drawers are pretty small, so I don't have nice wide drawers that can hold some of those. I put a little hook there, and then I changed out the cork like pot holder. It's very thick. You can wash it. These are that green color that I have been adding into my kitchen. I am a huge tea drinker. This has become more of a decor item. I use my daughter's tea kettle. She has an electric tea kettle that I use to make my tea. I did toss those cutting boards out, and I recently just purchased a nice teak one. I still have my plastic cutting board that I put here. This little thing has been really great. Ideally, it will go in a kitchen drawer. Some people hang it on their wall. It has aluminum foil, plastic bags here, and then wax paper. I did paint my soffit here and all the way around my kitchen a polar white. The countertops that I'm eventually going to choose are going to be like a quartz and specks of gold, and it's going to have that creamy white to it. And then the wall over here, which I'll go over to, I painted the bottom portion white because I also added more of this backsplash. So this is the wall. I ordered another box of the slate black towel because I was going to finish it off to here. But then as I started adding the pieces on, I was like, how nice would it look if I just went from all the way over to over here and all the way up? This was a challenge because I did not know how originally to take this back off, but I did figure it out. What I ended up doing was I went to Home Depot, bought some wood trim. Up close to it, you'll see the split of the wood, but it looks really, really nice. You can see where I have to go back and take some of the paint off, but you can see where it's split. And you can see I didn't add trim across the top there. I was like, wait, I have a hot glue gun. I could just hot glue that wood trim to that piece, and that's what I end up doing. I took that polar white down here and all the way across to the door. Notice the difference of the paint color above my cabinets in this before picture and in this after picture. This paint on this side is that diamond color. All the way over is a diamond color. Eventually, I do want to paint this wall like a moody type of color. Who knew redoing a small kitchen is this much planning? When I get over to this part of the kitchen, I am still trying to figure out how to add in a dishwasher over here, or trying to retrofit things for your lifestyle for function and efficiency. Is right in this area as well. This section here is, I think, 16 inches. Most dishwashers start at 18 inches wide. I'm actually okay with losing these drawers here to add in a dishwasher. Drawer here is a lot of the baking supplies. So this is another section I'm just going to fast forward through. I was just showing you the different things that are in my baking drawer. Back in the day, this would have been a bread drawer. And I will not feel at a loss if I was to lose those drawers on this side of the kitchen if I was to try to put in a dishwasher. This whole side of my kitchen right here, I can then put baking stuff over there. My silverware drawer are just more serving. These are like extra knives. Thoughts are, I have this space right here. I can have someone add a drawer. And so that's pretty much how this side of the kitchen is functioning. I do want to put in a black slate color sink. So I still have this wallpaper up. I like it. I'm not 100% in love with it. My little marker. I still don't like that I can see the seams. I can see where it's not 100% lined up. As I think about adding in like a moody type of color over, and that's like a deep rich color, which will also kind of go into what I want to do with my floors. So anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna bring that to over here. Years now, a lot of years, probably 20 some odd years, that I do want to incorporate in this kitchen. So I do want to frame them and put them, I rigged up this shelf to give me some space to be able to put like my hammer, my little small, measuring tapes, stud finder, 3-tier thing here, a lot of the cleaners, trash bags. This is the other side of my kitchen. This is the coffee and tea bar, the recycle center, the home for extra tools that didn't quite fit in other places. We store our bread, our condiments in a big container, the security system, and then just odds and end pieces of other decor. There hasn't been a lot of motion as far as changes in this center. It just kind of transforms to different things over the course of the year. I have gone between the thoughts of adding some sort of built-in to build around this heating unit, right, that I have on this whole entire wall, that has some sort of surface that I could also use as extra prep space. And so right now there's not a lot of motion over here, and it is just functioning as a all-round type of center for my kitchen. Not going to fill this area up because I like that I can just pull out these things without having to worry about fitting it in a drawer. If I make that a drawer, now there's a piece here blocking my view. Pull it out, it's in my way. Like, look over. I take out what I need without a lot of fuss. Okay, before you guys say like, wait, what did you put on top of the oven? In order to put your plastic cutting board, your plastic bowls, and all the stuff that I have on top of this oven. So I did go to Home Depot, my favorite place, and I built this little shelf with some plyboard that's pretty thick plyboard. And then I just filled in the sides because of the way the cutout is. I had to kind of like retrofit those little smaller pieces there, so nothing falls in between the oven. First, I would love to get a piece of wood to make these into drawers, is to have someone, you know, kind of make this whole thing into a door. But pricing out the wood just for making the base, this drawer front, is like $34. To convert this space here, if I was to put a drawer front here, just for the front, we're not talking about the box, it's like $60. Last area would be the floors. I'm thinking about floors that are somewhere within this family. Maybe the darker part. I saw these taupe color floors online, vinyl, peel and stick. I am all for the peel and stick. Doing a peel and stick up here over top the existing tile. So I'm thinking darker color wood, in that wood, you know, vein. Taupe, which is what it was, a little darker, so it's not as light as these, but it does have parts of dark and light in it, which I think will play really, really well. Those are the two colors that I am thinking about.